Hello, my friends. My name is Matt Hall. I'm a presidential diamond in this multi-billion-dollar company that is doTERRA. And either I have sent you this video or someone who cares about you has sent you this video because they want you to understand more about doTERRA, this company, this cause, this mission and movement that is sweeping across the planet and influencing millions of people for the better. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you a lot of introductory information about the company doTERRA so you can see the credibility, the history, and the importance of what this company can do for you in your life. Whether you're maybe looking to make an extra income or you're looking to make an extraordinary income, I promise you doTERRA can be the vehicle that transforms your life for the better. Now, before I get started, this is my family. My wife is actually the one who first got started using the essential oils. She was living in Taiwan at the time and struggling in her emotions and looking for a natural product to give her emotional support. She came across 3 powerful essential oils that our company sells, and they changed the game for her emotionally. Then when she came back to the United States, she said, you know what? I want to be a part of something bigger than me. I want to be a part of a mission, a cause. And maybe you feel like you were born to do something great. At that time, she got started in doTERRA. Very quickly, we were working together. We were engaged at the time. And that was 7.5 years ago. Since then, we've been able to influence tens of thousands of people to lead a better lifestyle in their health. And we've been able to literally liberate thousands of people financially through this doTERRA business model. So I want you to know whatever it is that you hope to gain in your life, doTERRA is the vehicle to help you reach your dreams and your goals. So that was 7.5 years ago. We've been able to build a team in over 40 countries. We are rapidly expanding this business into many, many different markets. We have a fantastic team across Europe, in South America. We've just started teams in the Philippines, South Africa, India, Thailand, all sorts of markets around the world. If you were sent this video by someone else, I want, after you finish this video, make sure to get in contact with them to know how you can get started. If I was the one who introduced you to doTERRA, my information is going to be in the description below this video, and you can get in contact with us. Now, first of all, doTERRA is a network marketing company. And for a lot of people, that's an amazing thing. For some people, they have a negative connotation or a negative stigma around network marketing. But let me share with you, there are a lot of reasons for that. One of the reasons is here in the United States, for example, every year about 50 new network marketing companies get started, maybe more. But out of those 50 that typically get started every single year, 2 years later, only 2 of them are still in existence. That means that all the people who worked hard and believed in that company, they ended up having that dream taken away from them, right? For whatever reason, whether it was incompetence on the company's part, whether distributors did something unethical or wrong. But that happens a lot. Now, I want you to understand the positive side of network marketing and why working with a company like doTERRA, a sustainable company that's been around for 11 years and does billions of dollars in sales, why this can really transform your life like it has mine. So first of all, why this business model of network marketing? Well, first of all, my wife and I, we run a multi-million-dollar business with no employees. You don't have to have any employees. It's very low cost for you to get started and maintain your business. There's no educational requirements, so anybody can get started in network marketing. There's an unlimited income potential. Location independence, you can work from anywhere in the world. We have teams, like I mentioned, in over 40 countries. Tax advantages. The tax advantages alone are a reason for you to be in network marketing. The tax advantages alone, the things that you can write off in your taxes, that alone literally makes it basically free to operate a network marketing business. The time freedom, you can plug this into your free time and do it when you want, how you want, and it can create over time, time freedom for you. You know, whether you want to build it part-time or full-time, you can do that. The other thing it creates is you create leverage. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about leverage, but it's really, really important that your income is not solely tied to the number of hours or the amount of time or your personal effort. You want to create leverage in a business, and that's what you can do in network marketing. Now, a couple quotes from thought leaders that I personally admire greatly. Stephen Covey says, network marketing has come of age. It's undeniable that it has become a way to entrepreneurship and independence for millions of people. Jim Rohn said, network marketing is the big wave of the future. It's taking the place of franchising, which now requires too much capital for the average person. I like to think of network marketing as micro franchising. Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, says network marketing gives people the opportunity with very low risk and very low financial commitment to build their own income generating asset and acquire great wealth. Love that. John D. Rockefeller, this one triggers some people a little bit. I would rather earn 1% off 100 people's efforts than 100% off my own efforts. And sometimes when people read this, they don't understand the concept behind it. They think, oh, somebody else wants to earn money off of my efforts. Well, that's how every single business is built, is set up, right? And so this idea of leverage is a very, very powerful concept. If right now all of your income is dependent on you and your efforts, what you do, you are in an incredibly vulnerable situation. And also in a situation where you can't create scale, right? Spend an evening, I love this by Zig Ziglar, spend an evening with a bunch of network marketers and you may be amazed by their positive attitudes, friendliness, and willingness to help each other. They don't keep secrets from their colleagues. If they find a solution to a problem, they want everyone to take advantage of it. And I could go into a lot of reasons for why this is, but personal development, you are going to grow in tremendous ways as you commit to building a doTERRA business. And I love that here, there's really no competition. My goal, I bet a lot of people are going to use this video that are not even on my doTERRA team. And I want every single one of them to win, because when you understand our compensation model, we get paid off the global sales of this company, especially once you get into the leadership ranks. That creates a culture of collaboration instead of competition within our business model. Okay. Now, why doTERRA specifically? There's a lot of reasons why, in my opinion, doTERRA is the best network marketing company on the planet. And we're going to get into a lot of those reasons here in this video. First of all, we are the world's largest essential oil company in the world. That is huge. We dominate the segment of essential oils. We are a privately held company. That means that instead of having a bunch of investors or a bunch of other people who own the company and their motives are financial, right? They want a return on their investment. Our company is privately held by the perfect number of founders to create a system of checks and balances so that they can't just go and make any decision that they want. They have to all agree, but it's also not just one or two owners who can go and do anything they want. But that really creates a very powerful model. Also, I'll talk a little bit more about the founders here in a minute. The company is debt-free. We're in a very solid, strong place as a company. We have over $1 billion in assets globally, 3,200 corporate employees. Most of those work 15 minutes here from where I live at the company headquarters, which you can see in the photo here on the slide. Now, offices in 16 countries. We are really just starting our international expansion in doTERRA, even though doTERRA has been around for 11 years and they're open in over 50 countries officially, with a presence in many, many more countries. We're really just getting started in terms of growing the sales and growing our teams internationally. And that's really, really exciting. Okay, really briefly, like I said, I'm not going to go in depth into the product, but I want you to understand why this product is selling billions of dollars already, why it's absolutely on fire, and why everyone can benefit from it. First of all, essential oils have a myriad of benefits. From physical benefits, we're talking about supporting the digestive system, your metabolic system, your immune system, your nervous system. They help with inflammation. They help tremendously with emotional support and mental wellness. So really, anything from a physical or emotional health perspective, essential oils are absolutely incredible. If you're interested in learning more about the science of essential oils, one of my favorite things to do is to go to the doTERRA Bibliography. This is just a list of all the studies that they have ever referred to on their blog. And you can look up any product here. I can see, okay, helichrysum essential oil, which is definitely not the most common. And you can see multiple studies here that talk about the health benefits that have been proven in laboratories, in studies for the essential oils. So you can see here, there are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of studies about the benefits of essential oils. Now, while essential oils make up the bulk of our sales, we have many, many other product lines, and I want you to just see everything that doTERRA has in terms of products. We have amazing nutritional support products. We know that people do not get the nutrition that they need through the food that they eat, and so it is absolutely crucial that everybody be supplementing. Now, 95% of the supplements on the market, you don't even absorb what's in them, right? Because they're not created in a food grade way that's easy to absorb. doTERRA is different. They have incredible nutritional products. This new product alone that just launched a couple months ago called Adaptive, this will become a $1 billion brand. It will become a $1 billion product for doTERRA. The testimonials we're getting back on how it's helping people in their emotional wellness and their mental wellness is absolutely incredible. We have great natural products to take care of your body, your hair. These are hair care products. We have great products to help with muscles and joints and any kind of inflammation or discomfort. Products to help you with weight management. We have really amazing natural cleaning products like the natural laundry detergent, the concentrate to clean your home, the On Guard foaming hand wash, the sanitizing spray. And so it's important to stop using the synthetic products in your home that cause so many health issues. All you have to do is read the labels to understand how toxic and dangerous those can be. You want to look for natural solutions, right? And we also even have natural skincare products. Now, this is a huge tendency. This is a huge movement right now that's happening in the world of people moving towards natural solutions. That's one of the reasons why doTERRA is so perfectly poised to become a $50 billion company, right? Now, to learn a little bit more about the science, you can go to doTERRA.com/US/EN/science. All these links I'm actually going to put in the description for this video, along with my contact info for you to reach out. But what I want you to get here, I want you to understand doTERRA has over 100 different organizations with which they are doing studies, and they're involved on a scientific level. So doTERRA is really a science company. Our medical advisory board, take a look at the credentials when you have a minute of these incredible individuals. Dr. David Hill, without a doubt, the foremost expert on essential oils in the world. Dr. Brannick Riggs, incredible. Dr. Paul Winterton. I want you to go through and read these bios later and understand how we're really incorporating these natural products with the medical environment in a way that nobody else has done before. Okay. Now, talking a little bit about product purity, and this is probably the most important conversation we can have about doTERRA, and I want you to get a brief glimpse into how big of a deal this is. doTERRA, they have an incredible global sourcing model in place. You can see here a list of a bunch of essential oils, and you can kind of see on the map where they come from. doTERRA goes to the source of where the plants grow the very best for the ideal chemical profile that's going to bring you the most benefit. Okay. Now this is a very, very expensive process that nobody else does on this level. And this is why it's really practically impossible for somebody to come in and copy what doTERRA has done. And I'll tell you, there have been a lot of companies who have tried, but look at this. This is one of the things that just captures my heart about doTERRA as a company, because we have over 8 million customers globally in doTERRA that produce this demand of an enormous amount of essential oils and other natural products, right? This demand that we create, it ends up providing over 122,000 jobs for people around the world. The majority of our essential oils, the plants are sourced from third world countries, in places where farmers and these people in these agricultural communities would not have work without what we do. And I love the fact that when I go and I sell an oil, or I sign somebody up with an oil, or I talk to a customer, and I encourage them to buy vetiver, for example, I know that them buying that product or me buying that product, I'm literally putting food on the table of somebody in Haiti or somebody in any of the countries where these essential oils are sourced. It's an incredible thing that doTERRA has done with their global sourcing. They've been able to cut out the brokers, cut out the middlemen, and go direct to the source, work with the farmers and the distillers around the world to get our essential oils. This ends up impacting over 500,000 lives when you count their family members, the people that are benefited from these jobs, okay? So this is cool because we're not talking about a product that's just created in a lab that, you know, the company is profiting from. We are benefiting people all through the supply chain. The supply chain. Forbes did an amazing article that I encourage you to read. I'll have the link below. doTERRA reinvents supply chain for impact on poverty. And to see the way that, you know, this demand that we're creating for these wellness products is actually lifting people all along the supply chain is really, really miraculous. I'll include some other videos below this video that talk about specific oil stories. My wife and I got to see how sustainable doTERRA is and how doTERRA is taking care of the earth through this process. And this is why nobody can really copy what we're doing. We were a part in Hawaii of the largest reforestation effort in the history of the Hawaiian Islands. We planted thousands of Hawaiian sandalwood trees together with koa trees. They need to grow together. They have kind of a symbiotic relationship. And what's beautiful is these trees that we planted, we actually aren't going to be able to extract essential oil from them for decades, So doTERRA is already looking decades into the future. How can we continually have a supply of essential oils for decades and decades to come, right? That should also make it clear for those of you who are looking at doTERRA as an opportunity that this is not going to be an income or a company that comes in for 5 years and then leaves, right? If they've been investing millions of dollars into reforestation and these programs all around the world to supply essential oils for decades to come, that should tell you a little bit about how, you know, this business will have longevity for you as you create an income here. So another video of us planting these trees here was a lot of fun. I also had the chance just a month or two later to go to Guatemala. I rode in this teeny little plane to go and see the production of Guatemala and how literally thousands and thousands of families are involved in the sourcing, the planting and the harvesting of cardamom pods for our cardamom essential oil, a great oil for respiratory support. You can see here, I'm in the distillery. It was a really amazing experience. And to see how doTERRA works, you know, directly with the farmers in such a humane way, paying them sometimes over double what other people would pay them, or triple what other people would pay them for their plants. And we're able to do that because we work directly with them instead of middlemen. It's really, really incredible. And it's impossible for me to show you the scale of this in this little video. Now, a little bit about product purity. This is extremely important. First of all, doTERRA does there are over 54 tests that are completed on every single sample of our essential oils. 43 of those happen in-house with the doTERRA science team, and 11 of them happen at APRC, which is the Aromatic Plant Research Center. It's a third-party group that does all of the testing to prove that our products are the best on the market. And everybody's going to say that their essential oils are pure. Everybody is going to say, and unfortunately, there's not a lot of regulation around this industry, but doTERRA proves it. So here's a list of all the tests that are done on every single sample, every single batch of essential oils. Incredible. And like I said, they use this third-party group called APRC. They recently did a study of over 50 essential oil companies, including other companies that work in the direct sales model like we do. Some were on online retailers, others were retail stores. And the result, only 3 companies consistently had pure essential oils. doTERRA was one of the 3. The other 2 are so small that you wouldn't even recognize their names. That means that 95% of essential oils sold on the marketplace are synthetic or they're adulterated essential oils. This is really, really important to understand. Some of the companies that were tested were very, very large companies that came out showing that 50% or more of their essential oils were adulterated. I really like this article as well. This was put online, and this was really a study of 11 different companies, and they tested their lavender and peppermint essential oils specifically. I think if they would have tested even more essential oils of these companies, they would have found that almost all of them have synthetic oils. doTERRA obviously came out pure for both the lavender and the peppermint, but you can see that practically every other one on the list, including our largest competitor in terms of size, which is Young Living. They're also a direct selling essential oil company. Their lavender came back in this test as having synthetic markers of linalool acetate. So again, all the links are going to be in the description below this video, but it's really, really important that you know that your essential oils are pure, and here's why. This is a study that doTERRA did in conjunction with Roseman University of Health Sciences. Health Sciences. And in this study, they really confirmed what they termed the oil effect, right? First of all, they proved that doTERRA, their essential oils do have therapeutic and relevant signaling, or in other words, they work for cell growth, rejuvenation, metabolic health, anti-inflammation, and also immunity. They also confirmed that the effects of doTERRA's essential oils were not replicated by a single major component. Or in other words, if you pull out some of the chemistry that comes naturally in the essential oils, like almost everybody does, and create a synthetic version of that oil, or a version of the oil that's adulterated to keep it cheaper, it will not have the same effect. And the third point you'll see here is that essential oils from different competitors had minimal or opposite cellular signaling effects than those observed by doTERRA oils. What does that mean? That means that the other brands literally, they didn't just have a neutral effect, they had a negative effect. So if you don't have a pure essential oil, understand one thing, it's not that you're just not gonna have as much benefit. If you don't have a pure essential oil, you will have a negative benefit on your health. It will do the opposite of what you want, okay? That's very, very important. Now again, doTERRA says that they're pure. How do you really know that when all of these companies are saying that they're pure? How can you know? We have a site called sourcetoyou.com, and every single batch of essential oil, every single batch has a number here on the bottom of the bottle. You can come here to the site, you plug in the number. This one, for example, was a bottle of rosemary 181158A. And when you plug in the number, you get a quality report. And this is from our third-party group, APRC, that's doing all this testing to really certify and make sure that doTERRA is being honest. And what I love is we actually publish all of this to have total transparency. And so when you go here to rosemary, you can click on this PDF right here, and it will pull up the exact study proving that the essential oil is 100% pure. If it's not 100% pure, or if there's some kind of issue in the chemistry, doTERRA simply won't sell it. And like I said, there's total transparency. You can see the date that it was filled. You can see the gas chromatography test here and see every single chemical constituent that is in that essential oil that's in your hand. This level of transparency, nobody else does it at the scale that doTERRA does. If you're interested more in the science, here's another resource for you that doTERRA has put together to help you understand the science of essential oil chemistry and the benefits of these products. They're very simple to use, but again, it's just more education for you. This is aromaticscience.com, where you can learn about different body systems. You can study essential oils individually, or you can study their chemistry. It's a fantastic resource. Now, those of you who are looking at doTERRA as a business, I want you to understand we are at the very beginning of our growth. When you talk about products that can benefit literally every single human on the planet in some way, whether that's with a physical issue, an emotional issue, whether it's they're using more natural alternatives to the products that you typically use in your home, doTERRA can impact every single human on the planet. And our vision, our mission is to put an oil in every single home. I'm not going to stop recording these videos. I'm not going to stop working until we've accomplished that goal. Now, you can see here in purple all the countries that we are officially open in today. That's a huge global space for you to work in. And maybe you live in Texas, and you're thinking, well, why does this matter to me? The nature of our business is to grow through networks. And you know somebody who knows somebody who lives in Japan, right? We have a team of, man, it may have passed 1,000. It's close to 1,000 people in Japan, but I personally don't know anybody in Japan. How do we have 1,000 people in Japan? It's because somebody shared the oils with somebody who shared the oils who lives in Japan, or the same thing in the Philippines. I didn't personally know anybody in the Philippines, but we have a massive team that's launching in the Philippines. Same thing across different countries in Europe, in Brazil, all across the world. So it's important for you to understand this. When you're dealing in networks, you're very fast, probably within your first couple weeks, somebody will come to you who decides to build a business with you, and they'll say, hey, are you open in Ecuador? And you can say, yes, we are open in Ecuador. Go ahead and sign up your friends. So this global growth is really, really incredible. Now, like I mentioned, we're still at the beginning phases of this. And so all of the countries that are in green are not officially open, but there is a doTERRA presence in these countries. And doTERRA is just going to continue opening more and more markets. So we're really excited. My wife and I are working right now specifically in India. India is not open yet. We're working in South Africa. South Africa just barely opened. We're working in the Philippines, which just barely opened. And so many other countries. Now, here's something that's really, really interesting. doTERRA attracts the best. Our leadership, we really attract some of the best people, and this opportunity is so amazing that here's an example. We had a CEO of one of the largest direct selling companies in the United States who, this is a company that had over 500,000 distributors and 700 employees operating in 30 markets. And this CEO actually left that company to come and become a distributor at doTERRA. That's how appealing our business is for those of you who are looking at becoming distributors. We attract professionals and even CEOs of some of the biggest network marketing companies in the world to come and work as distributors. These are press releases, so I'll put a list of all the press releases as well that you can find, but we have the largest single company conventions in the state of Utah. It's been multiple years that we've had the largest conventions here in Utah. Again, here's a list of different press releases that I'll put below. You can see all the awards. We've won multiple awards from Forbes. We've won multiple awards from the state and different organizations throughout the country. So you can spend some more time studying some of the credentials and the success of the company. Now, we have an amazing compensation plan. Amazing compensation plan. And again, I'm not gonna go into how every single dollar is paid. We have other videos that do that for you. But I want you to understand some of the principles that make doTERRA the best financial opportunity that you could choose in terms of a network marketing company. I can tell you, my wife and I got extremely lucky that we found doTERRA first. doTERRA is the first network marketing company that I joined. And that's not the case for a lot of people on our team. A lot of people on our team have had experience in other companies that have started up and then they've failed, or that people have come over from other companies because they see the power of everything I've already shown you, the power of the product, the power of the company and everything they're doing around the world, but definitely also the power of our compensation plan. So let me share with you a couple principles about the compensation plan and the growth of the company. First of all, we're a multi-billion-dollar company. When you look at, there's only I believe 12 companies that do as much in global sales as doTERRA does right now within the network marketing profession. All of the companies that do more than doTERRA, all of them have more than 20 years of existence. doTERRA is only 11 years old. And so we're this young company that is already in the very highest among the biggest companies of the world in terms of sales in half the time. We're experimenting record growth in this industry. And again, it's for all the reasons that we've talked about today. But in my opinion, we're just getting started, and you're going to see doTERRA at the very top of the list in just a few short years. Brand recognition. Here in the United States, we do over $1 billion in sales just here in the United States. 8 in 100 people have heard of doTERRA in the United States, but only 2 in every 100 people in the United States have purchased doTERRA products. That means that we have incredible brand recognition. People know we're the best. People want to learn more about essential oils. And we have people every single month that reach out to us to learn about how they can sign up in doTERRA, right? Those of you who live in other markets around the world, you're even more pioneering than we are here, but we're still at the very first stages here in the United States as well. Now, there's a lot of different network marketing companies. Actually, here in Utah, there are many. Some of the largest network marketing companies in the world come right here from the state of Utah, where I live. And I want to just share with you a couple things to think about as you're comparing and looking at starting a home-based business. First of all, the people and the management is extremely important. This is doTERRA's management team. There's 7 incredible individuals. Rob Young is our marketing genius. Corey Lindley is our financial genius. Greg Cook is our international genius. Emily Wright is our sourcing and leadership genius. Dr. Hill is our essential oil specialist and the doctor who oversees all of the the studies that are being done around the world, around doTERRA, the clinics and everything like that. Mark Wolfert is our lawyer genius. And then we have Dave Sterling, who was our CEO and really the visionary of this company. These are the owners of doTERRA. There's no other owners. This means that they make all the decisions. Like I was saying in the beginning, it's important that you don't have just one or two or three owners, because then they can make decisions based off fear, or there's not a lot of checks and balances. doTERRA has a good ownership team in terms of numbers, but it's small enough to where they can be agile. And I'll tell you, all 7 of these people, they don't need to worry about money anymore. So it's not investors who are deciding the course of the company. They can follow their vision because this is a privately held company. Together, they have over 200 years in combined experience in the network marketing profession on the corporate side. They have an incredible vision and incredible integrity. I am lucky to call multiple of the founders personal friends of mine now. And I know I've met obviously all of them and respect them in enormous ways. I hope every single one of you who are watching have the opportunity to get to know them better. You can't sit in a meeting with one of our founders and not choose to go all in with doTERRA. It's just incredible, the vision that they cast for us. Now, our compensation plan, what makes it unique or special? First, we have a customer-focused plan. This is what helps us create retention, which creates sustainability for you as a business builder in doTERRA. I'll give a couple examples of some of the plan details. Some of this came from my good friend Justin Harrison's presentation, and I can share that with any of you who want to see a more in-depth conversation around this. But I want to kind of show how our earnings stack up. All of the information that I'm going to show here in the next couple of slides here, this is all public information. I'm not making any of this up. It's all real and out there for you to find. And it's doTERRA, you'll see, wins in every scenario. We also have so many people who are winning. So it's important to see how many new people are breaking into the leadership ranks. I'll tell you, my wife and I on our team, we are one of the fastest growing teams in doTERRA. Thousands of people every single month are joining our team. And it's amazing. So doTERRA's compensation plan is a unilevel plus plan. That means the core of our model is a very sustainable unilevel bonus, but that has the payout inversed to what most companies do. By inverting the percentages, and again, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, you can watch our video about the compensation plan to understand this. But by inverting the percentages, they pay way more, almost twice as much as they would if they did it the opposite way, the way that most companies do. We have dynamic compression, which means you really get paid truly through your depth. We have an amazing loyalty rewards program that helps to retain customers and also helps business builders create a higher profit margin if they go and sell our products. Minimal leg requirements, I'll talk a little bit more about that, and no changes. This is very important. I can't tell you how many friends I have in other network marketing companies where every year or every 2 years there's a big compensation plan change. And when a company changes the game on you, they're always going to tell you that it's for your good, that you're going to get paid more. But typically it's a way for them to create breakage and for them to keep more of the income, okay? So if there's a lot of changes happening in the compensation plan, you need to be very, very careful. There's only been 2 compensation plan adjustments, not even changes, but adjustments in doTERRA in the history that I'm aware of. One is that their fast start bonus, instead of paying out 30 days, pays out 60 days, so that's even better. And the second one was that they added another 1% into their global leadership pools. So basically doTERRA took another 1% out of their earnings and gave it to the field a couple years ago, and that goes to premiers and silvers. So other than that, the compensation plan, the original compensation plan, has actually never changed once in the history of doTERRA in the 11 years. That creates a lot of stability and peace of mind for those of us who are building in the field. Now, we don't have these large volume requirements that a lot of companies have. So for example, for you to reach the top rank in LifeVantage, you have to do over 1 million in volume every single month. In Young Living, to be a diamond, you have to have 250,000 in overall volume every single month. To reach their top rank, it's 1.5 million. Guys, we have people on our team at the top rank in our company who are not doing that kind of volume. Nerium, their diamond is 150,000 in overall volume. And then their top rank is 1.65 million in overall volume. Now, when you compare that to doTERRA, our overall volume that's required, there is structure requirements, but it ends up being much more achievable. Silver is 9,000. Our very highest rank you'll see is 162,000 in overall volume. Now, nobody hits it with exactly that volume, but we have a lot of people on our team who are hitting blue diamond, presidential diamond, and diamond, who are not, they're not reaching those minimum volume requirements that the other companies require. And so this means more payout for creating less volume in doTERRA than in other companies. It's really, really important to understand. Then when you look at income disclosures of some of the top ranks of some of the most common companies, these are the top 6 ranks of different companies, and you can see how the income stacks up. doTERRA's very top rank pays an average of $1.3 million per year. Then you look at the other companies, nobody else does that. Our second rank pays more than any other company. Our third highest rank pays more than any other company. Our fourth highest rank, more than any other company. Our fifth, same thing. Our sixth, same thing. So all across the board, from the top down to the lower ranks, we are paying more in doTERRA. Again, this is in the income disclosures. I'm not making this up. And this comparison is very, very conservatively created, showing, you know, the volume requirements for the different ranks. That's all included here when you look at these ranks, okay? So doTERRA ends up paying very, very generously. Retention. One of the reasons why doTERRA pays so well, and one of the reasons why our opportunity is so amazing, is that we have a product that impacts people's lives in a profound way. You can imagine my wife living in Taiwan with her emotional challenges at the time. When she found a product that helped her, do you think she's going to stop buying that product? Absolutely not. If somebody has a product that supports their digestive system, and maybe they've had issues for years like I had, am I going to stop using that product? Absolutely not, right? And so retention really comes from product impact, the impact that the product has. It comes from a good loyalty rewards program, which doTERRA has, and which basically means free product for those who buy on a consistent basis. And it also comes from having a generous compensation plan that keeps the business builders active in the business. The industry standard is 10 to 20% when you look at most companies and what their 12-month retention is. doTERRA's 12-month retention is over 70%, okay? That's very, very powerful. Now, I thought I'd just open up to you guys. I did another video showing our personal earnings in doTERRA, but this is not a get rich quick, and I don't want to give the idea that it is. This takes time. This is us over the 7 years that we've been involved in doTERRA. This is month by month, our earnings from month 1 all the way up until last month, okay? And so, again, this is not going to be overnight, but I'll tell you, even here after the first year, we were making a full-time income that we could live on. And obviously that transformed from an extra income, a side income, to an extraordinary income as we maintained consistent and persistent and worked harder and harder in our business. So we are now at this point, if you're receiving this video from me, I want you to know we are investing heavily our time, our energy, and our resources into helping new people just like you get started and achieve awesome results in doTERRA, okay? Now, the heart of doTERRA is really our Healing Hands Foundation, and I couldn't talk about doTERRA without spending a couple minutes on this. doTERRA is a company that's about doing good and having the greatest influence that we can around the world. That starts all the way back with sourcing and product purity like I talked about, but it also flows through our Healing Hands Foundation, where we support all sorts of communities and all sorts of projects, from doing micro loans around the world to help people in struggling economies build up a business for themselves, whether it's health support, whether it's disaster relief. I'll tell you, somebody on my team who's in Italy right now with all the chaos that's happening right now in the world, they got a great donation from doTERRA to help with some relief there. Anti-human trafficking projects and community projects, wellness advocate projects, people like you and me who are distributors who have a project that we're passionate about, doTERRA contributes to those. So this is really an important part, and I'll let you go to their website and study more about everything that's happening with the Healing Hands Foundation. Now, that's all I have for you guys today. I wanted to give you this overview of doTERRA. doTERRA is an amazing vehicle. It's going to absolutely transform your life. I hope that you will reach out to the person who invited you to look more into doTERRA, and you'll say, I am in. How do I get started? Because literally this movement, this mission, this cause that's cascading around the world and impacting millions of people's lives. I promise you it can change your life just like it has ours. We are experiencing financial abundance in ways that we never dreamed possible, and we are experiencing a life of vibrance and health through doTERRA's products that honestly, I can't even describe to you the difference that it makes for us and so many people. The number of testimonials that we get from our products on a daily basis would be enough to make anybody fall on their knees in tears and thank God for putting these gifts of the earth here on this earth. I want you guys to know that anything that you want to achieve in your life is absolutely possible through doTERRA. Why doTERRA? All the reasons that I shared with you. Why now? Because you can be the person that takes this gift to somebody else, transforms their life, and transforms your life in the process. I want you to know that me and my wife, we are absolutely committed to this mission, this movement, this cause that is doTERRA, and we're here to support you. So if you are just getting started, again, if I sent this video, my information is below this video for you to get in contact with me. If you got this video from somebody else, reach out to them, ask them how you can get started, and let's go and bless many, many more lives through this amazing opportunity that is doTERRA. I hope you enjoyed this introduction. Again, if you have any questions, get at me in the comments below. Talk soon. Bye.